fertilizer regulations, dredging, or are you guys going to just completely start all over from scratch?
Look, I think there's great provisions in what we did in 490, and of course the House has already passed those provisions. But what we want to do is first get out into the field, and look, this is a very serious issue that this caucus is going to take a very, very serious lead on. That's why I've asked Chairman Hill, I think Chairman Hill had to leave, Chairman Hill, to get out on the road and let's start having this conversation. Let's talk with the farming communities, let's talk to the businesses, and then let's go to the area that's been hit the hardest. If you look at where we're starting this out, and I think I brought this up on our conversation we had the other day, we're right between two of the big areas, with the Grand Lake St. Mary's area and the lake area, so we're talking about the farming issues. I'll let Representative Buchy and Hall kind of talk about a little more of what they're doing now and kind of how this is percolating.
Certainly some of the provisions of 490 are being considered in the new legislation, but the real responses that we get on the road will determine how much, what new provisions will be considered so that we can improve that water quality. We're a very fine line. I represent Grand Lake St. Mary's in my entire district. And it's interesting to note that in the last 5 years, since that big algal bloom, there's been tremendous improvement in the water. I can tell that by the commerce on the lake. I can tell it by the increased numbers of campers. I can tell it by the increased economy in Mercer County and Auglaize County. On the northwest side in Toledo, you've got a 3.1 million acre basin there that feeds into Lake Erie that we want to make sure that when we get done in working with the farmers, the agriculture community, and the municipalities in the north coast of Lake Erie, that we have a cleaner water, which is going to produce more tourism, which is huge on Lake Erie, billions of dollars. At the same time, we'll have the most affordable, wholesome food produced in Ohio. So that's the line we're on right now, and that's why we want to listen to the people who are on the ground, both at the farm level and at the municipality level, so that we can make it better.
On 490, there will be pieces of 490 that have been worked between the Senate and the administration. But Representative Buchy is right. Going out to see the people, and as we are seeing on water quality, as each watershed is unique to itself, and each sub-watershed has issues, and so I know Chairman Hill will be addressing those issues, but also I believe that this piece of legislation will be legislation that other states will want to mirror. I feel that Ohio will take the lead on algal bloom issues and nutrient issues, and because water does not stop at the borders. So I'm privileged that Speaker Rosenberger allowed me and my joint sponsor, Representative Buchy, to work on these issues that just not address Ohio, but will address this nation.